The decision to have an electronic acoustic system in this hall was made by ear. We showed our customer that to accommodate different kind of events, you need to change the acoustics. In order to do that, you could use either a mechanically variable system or an electronic acoustic system. And we believe that we can achieve a really high quality with an electronic system, but have a much greater flexibility than with a mechanical solution. To convince our customer that that was the good solution, we made a little tour and we listened to several different systems. That was the point when there was the decision to install a Meyer Sound Constellation system, because that was the system which just sounded the best.
Constellation is a system whereby we can perceptually change the acoustic of the room. We do this by distributing microphones throughout the space and throughout an auditorium or a lecture theatre or a restaurant or wherever we're installing it. We then install lots of digital signal processing and then loudspeakers around the room. The equipment is evenly distributed throughout the space. By increasing the gain of the microphones, we can capture the sound of the space, digitally process it, and then return it back into the room via the loudspeakers to create different acoustic environments depending on what we're trying to do. We might be trying to create a voice lift room, in which case we'll be returning early reflections into the room. We might be trying to create a background sound in a restaurant, in which case we'll probably only return reverberation into the room. Or, in the case of a performing arts centre or a concert hall like this, we'll be returning a combination of early reflections and reverberation into the room to create a really beautiful acoustic space. We first started marketing Constellation 10 years ago, and our first system was Zellerbach Hall in California. It's very, very sophisticated equipment, but none of it works until it's all put together and calibrated and tuned. And so the way that we do that is a very important part of the functionality of Constellation, and we've done a lot of work to improve on that over the years and to develop it.
There was a lot of positive feedback, which we are really happy about. For example, the Mainzer Staatsorchester, which we and John did the final tuning process together with. They were really happy and they could really hear each other well. They had the impression that the sound in the room is absolutely natural, and if they didn't know, they wouldn't realize there are any loudspeakers or microphones involved, but it's just a very natural room sound, and that's how it should be. And if the musicians are happy and feel well, they can play well, and then you will have great sounding music in this hall, and that's what we all are working for.